welcome to the first episode of Age of Empires HD Edition. This is Gerblecraft, and we are going to start trying out this game I got. I loved to play these games a few years ago, and really never completed them. I'm thinking now, let's see what we can do. So, we're gonna go through the tutorial today and see what we can get done.
Age of Empires 2 is about empire building, combat, and conquest. You start from humble beginnings, a small village in the Dark Ages. You explore to expand your borders, conduct trade to boost your economy, and research technologies to grow your civilization into a mighty empire. But there are difficulties too. Cunning enemies and rivals that oppose you, powerful castles to destroy, tyrants to bring down. And if you're skillful and a little lucky, you just might build a wonder of the world and create an empire that will stand the test of time. To learn how empires are built, help our first hero, William Wallace, in his fight against his oppressors.
That was an interesting...
We are without a leader. The dead King of Scotland has no heir. War creeps in from the south, where Edward Longshanks, the avaricious King of England, has returned from successful campaigns to conquer Wales and France. As Longshanks turns his attention to Scotland, the shadow of fear settles across the Highlands. The English have thousands of Welsh longbowmen, hundreds of knights on horseback, and dozens of siege weapons. We Scottish have a rabble of untrained soldiers who do not even know how to march in a straight line. We must act soon if we have any chance of resistance. We need to forge an army by any means necessary.
Well, marching in a straight line can be tough.
The English are terrorizing all of Scotland, and it's time for us to fight back. But if we're to defeat them, every one of us will need to learn how to march and fight. Follow the path to the blue flag. First, click the soldier. Good! Now, right-click near the blue flag. Good! Now, move to the next flag. Click the soldier, then right-click near the flag.
Darn it.
Excellent! To move to the next flag, you must walk through the black area.
Alright, that sounds better. A little bit less overpowering. Just had to fix the audio there. Notice the game volume was quite a
Moving
bit
into the
too
black
high.
area reveals more.
Sorry if my...
The black area represents unexplored territory. That's all there is to it. Now go on to the next flag where you'll meet some allied soldiers.
Well, sorry if my voice is a bit rough. That should be better. Make sure the music doesn't overpower, but we can still hear what the tutorial tutorial is saying. Just like all you guys to learn along with me, maybe help me. Hey, we got some
To
soldiers.
move all your soldiers at once, click near the units and drag around them. Then right-click to move them. Try moving your soldiers to the next flag.
Yay, I remembered how to
Did all your units make it to the flag?
click.
The road ahead is guarded by an English outpost. Scroll up to the outpost building by moving the mouse to the very top of the screen. Then click the red outpost. Good! Now, scroll back down until you can see your soldiers again by moving your mouse to the very bottom of the screen. Select your soldiers by clicking near them and dragging a box around them. Following the road to the outpost, it's time to knock it down. Right-click the outpost to attack it.
Excuse me. Seems that we are destroying this outpost quite efficiently, as the outpost is doing pretty much nothing to us. Oh, that great fire graphics that just magically appears around the outpost in repeating patterns.
The outpost is destroyed. That should slow the English raids. Keep following the path to the village.
Do I have a village? Looks like it. Let's go here. Hey! Nice view of the map now.
Home sweet home.
Oh, even up there, down
But
here.
wait. The English are angry that you destroyed their outpost. They're coming to attack your village. Don't panic. Just click your soldiers and right-click the red English soldiers to attack. Defeat the enemy soldiers, and you will have won your first battle.
How to do anything?
Good job! Now you know how to fight back against the English army.
Well, that was like a easy win. Hey, now we can see the whole map. What's this down here? E-S. There's a red dot up here in the corner. A single soldier. Can I, Nope, I can't go and attack. That's funny. Interesting, though. Ooh. A hawk flying there. Don't know what that means. Alright, let's go for a game. We won.
Scotland has soldiers now, if only a few. But if we are to turn back the greed of Edward Longshanks, we will need many more recruits. Much more gold in our coffers. These ancient stones and oaks around us will soon be steeped in the blood of clansmen.
Edward Longshanks.
An army marches on its stomach, or so the old saying goes. My clansmen have been farming and tending sheep for hundreds of years, but gathering enough food to feed an army is a different matter entirely. Without a strong economy, the meager forces that we've cobbled together will collapse again.
Sorry if I'm not doing
To support the Scottish army, you'll need to build up your stockpile of resources. To win, gather 50 food, 50 wood, and 50 gold. To gather food from the forage bush, click a villager. Then right-click a forage bush near the blue flag. In the status area at the bottom of the screen, you can see how much food the villager is carrying. The villager continues to gather from the forage bush until he's carrying 10 food.
I remember this.
The villager will continue working for you, carrying the food to the town center. The amount of food you have is shown in the upper left corner of the screen. In addition to your food stockpile, you can see your current wood, gold, and stone stockpiles. more villagers you have, the faster you can gather resources. Assign your new villagers to gather food.
Erlov, Fiediga. Fiediga.
Nieniga.
Good!
Fear.
You found some gold.
Sorry about that. Phone call came in. Nothing important. Big question is if you guys like the audio settings right now. Got a Blue Yeti microphone, but not much really in the ways of like knowledge and changing settings.
Great! You now have 50 food. To win, also gather 50 wood and 50 gold. To gather wood, click a villager,
Boonage.
then right-click a tree.
Forgera. Boonage. Hid. Boonage.
Hopefully, I remember this well enough and I should have no problem gathering everything.
Kia. Boonage. Cart.
Good!
Toe.
You found some gold.
Toe.
Yeah, I found gold a long time ago.
Boonage.
But you know, we can ignore that, right?
Excellent! You now have enough gold.
And you can go
Own
cut
it.
down trees. Yeah, the first few stages here are fairly simple, and I remember how to play them. But it really just makes me appreciate these older graphics, that they were actually not that bad.
You're well on your way to making a city.
And how those old machines were quite actually good at being able to complete the tasks. Huh. Signal. It's very interesting seeing everything that can be done in such old games. But
Edward Longshanks, for all his disrepute, has shown military tactics in Wales, England, and France to be very effective, if not cruel and ruthless. He's indeed an enemy to be feared. The English sacked the town of Berwick upon Tweed. Would that I could call it a battle, but it was truly more of a massacre. Unless we organize our army, there will be more massacres to follow. I pray we can be ready for Longshanks' coming.
if it ends up turning out that this is a fairly bad video, it'll still probably go up as it's the tutorial. But the commentary...
In villages throughout the Highlands, there is grim talk of skirmishes between Scotland and England. We lost the city of Dunbar this week. Scottish defenders broke ranks and fled. The English have an army that is larger and better trained. To compete with them, we are going to need new recruits to pick up the spear, sword, or bow. We must remake these shepherds into soldiers.
The commentary of the game, I count as important, because it tells me what to do.
We will need many soldiers to defend our homeland. We'll start by creating villagers. Click your town center, then click the Create Villager button in the lower left corner of the screen.
Yeah.
It takes time for a villager to appear. If your town center is selected, you can see the progress in the status area at the bottom of your screen. Good job! The
Shut
villager
up.
has appeared next to your town center. Now, create another village. You need additional housing to support your population. To build a house, click a villager. Click the Buildings button, click the Build House button, then click where you want to build the house.
there we go. More houses. But this is fairly...
If more than one villager builds a building, it will go up faster.
fairly staggered commentary because
Good job! Try building another house.
of the...
Forgere.
Each house, other buildings are made just
Fiedige,
like
Kid,
houses.
Fiedige, Kia,
Try building a barracks.
Eadsir.
The barracks
Erlov.
is a military building.
Raboye.
The commentary will be staggered because of
Kid.
my
Kia. Raboye.
ability to speak over this guy. I just figure that if they're gonna have enough time put into creating all these voiceovers, we might as well respect that and listen to them. The commentary should improve as time goes on, and it has less and less tutorial.
Barracks complete. Now you can create soldiers. Click the barracks,
Forgere.
then click the Create Militia button. Selecting different buildings or units gives you different options in the lower left corner of the screen.
Buonage.
That's one militia unit.
Buonage.
Create 3 more, and you'll have enough soldiers to protect this area and win the scenario. Click the barracks, and quickly click the Create Militia button 3 more times to make 3 soldiers in a row.
Yeah, I already understand how to play this bit. It's a good tutorial for the audience and people who haven't played before, letting them know what is and isn't able, so we can right off the bat get rid of any misconceptions about the game or ideas of...
Now that you have a few soldiers, you'll be able to defend this area against English attacks.
being able to cheat. Change the buildings in a way other than it actually can be changed. Any special Easter eggs here? That first one had ES, so gotta check every time.
Now that we have militias stationed across the border, the English have slowed their raids. But facing Longshank's army will be another matter. The wicked English king has yet to bring his famous longbows to bear. Our militias could only get us so far. We are going to need more advanced weapons.